So when I was younger, I had two significant incidents happen to me. I lost two close people to me at quite a young age. This caused me to go into sort of I wouldn't say a self-destruct mode, but I was going down a path that I wasn't necessarily very happy with. It wasn't very a good path. I was getting into trouble regular. I really wasn't. I was in and out of a job. Well, from school, I was getting into trouble, then in and out of a job when I was 16, and I didn't really have a very good path in my life. Then something happened where I got in quite a bit of trouble, and the authorities mixed my name up with somebody else, and for a minute I was thinking I was going to be in a lot more trouble than what I actually was, until they got my name corrected and I realised that I wasn't going to be in as much trouble because it was somebody else that they was talking about. However, it was for that minute that completely changed my life and transformed my mindset and sort of got me onto a path of body transformation. I wanted to not only have a physically healthier and fitter body, but also have a more positive outlook on life to achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. And this is why I'm so passionate about body transformation, because I genuinely believe it takes our direction of life completely different. So this is the exact process that I used to transform my body. First of all, you've got to understand why you want to transform your body. It's never just you want to start to just feel better and sort of look better. Yes, there are important factors, but there's always a deeper reason why you want to change. If you haven't got that deeper reason, then maybe you're sort of not looking hard enough into really what you want out of this body transformation. And sometimes it doesn't have to be that deep, but there has to be different reasons. Now for me, if you don't really get that why and understand why you're going to do it, you're always probably going to be that person that says, life's too short, I may as well have a bit of cake, I'm not bothered if it makes me feel like crap, or I may as well just eat chips, or I may as well just do this. And again, it's not that you don't have to eat them things, you know that if you follow my videos, but if anything, habits are making you unhappy, we need to change them. But if we don't understand why, we just sort of go through doing things that it's like, well, it doesn't really matter, life's too short, I may as well just have this, I may as well just have this, and we're living for the moment. Now, my why has changed over the years. So it was the first why, as I mentioned, it was to sort of send me on a better path. That was my why. I needed to physically feel better about myself so I could be a better person and have a lot more things going for myself in my life. It would then become vanity, because I went from being quite overweight to then being quite vain and actually wanting to always look good, because that was something that was making me feel more confident, more happy, having a better outlook in life. So it was generally for vanity. And now I'm not really so bothered about necessarily, we're all bothered about how we look, of course, like that would be lying, but that isn't my deep why of why I want to get in shape. Now generally, mine is generally for my health. 100% for my health. I want to feel good, I want to look good, of course I do. But my dad died when he was 49 years old. Yeah, he left behind 3 kids, I've got 3 kids. I want to make sure that I don't die at a young age. I want to make sure that I live a long, healthy life for my children, but also for myself as well, so I can experience these things. So that is a deep driver, but I've been honest about myself and I understand that. So I never ever live for the moment and think, oh, it's too short just to, I might as well just eat that, because for me, life isn't too short. Life's too short not to feel great and be as healthy as we possibly can do, but also have that flexibility. I certainly do not live like a monk. I definitely don't do everything that's going to be helpful for my body, but I generally believe that I put in enough effort to keep myself as healthy as I possibly can with the balance. And that's what I want to help you guys discover as well. So the plan, you need to have a plan. It's no good ever, right? A lot of people think, right, I'm just going to start joining the gym, I'm going to start riding my bike more, I'm going to start eating less. Yes, of course, that's better than sitting on the sofa and not exercising, but that's only going to get you so far, and without a plan, it'll soon sort of come to a halt. We'll know what, no, we won't know what direction to go in, and then we will just quit, right? And that's never ever going to be able to help you achieve your goals. You need a fully mapped out plan, and this is why a lot of these, like, I'm not necessarily talking to you guys as sort of necessarily as THQ members or potential THQ members. I'm mapping out my plan, and this might seem very sort of familiar to how THQ is laid out, right? So like at THQ we have a 6-week program. So at the start, I believe that everybody at the start should set yourself a goal round about a short period of time, like a 6-week program, right? Just focus on a few good habits, like sitting down, eating decent meals, making sure that we are planning to go to the gym 3 times a week or exercise 3 times a week. Still allow yourself to have a few treats and things like that, but generally as a rule, you're generally a lot healthier. Then we will start to feel good about ourselves. We'll start to think, actually, we'll get this confidence. This is something that I can do. This is something that's making me feel good. I want to continue to do it, and I want more out of this. I want more return on my investment. So this is when we set ourselves more of a stricter goal. So we've got that confidence up, we've got a general habits that we can always fall back onto, because you don't want to be too strict on yourself until you get some decent habits to fall back onto. But once you've done that, then you can set yourself a more stricter goal, something like a 12-week shoot program, where we cut out alcohol, as much as we can for over the 12 weeks, where we really cut out any sort of bad habits, and we knuckle down as if it's an exam. Like if you want to get a good mark on an exam, you knuckle down for revision. So if you want to get an exceptional body transformation, you knuckle down for a certain period of time to get this certain outcome. Yes, you have to cut out things that necessarily you're not going to want to do forever, but we're really trying to get to this lean body shape. We're really trying to see ourselves as a different person, because I generally believe that before and after picture, you actually see yourself as a different person, and that you never really go back to our ways then, because you get that endorphins of what it's like to be lean and healthy and fit and strong, and that will never stay with you. Then once you get to that point, and this is what I did, once I got to that point, then I carried on. I brought my calories up slowly, and I maintained my consistent sessions in the gym. I focused on getting stronger over a period of time so that I could then eat more calories, so I had a higher amount of calories, but I maintained my lean physique. And then because I was still consistent, because I was still strict with all my habits, I then generally started to get stronger and stronger, feel better and better, but eat more food, and I was able to then bring more flexibility back into my body transformation. So I was able to have more alcohol and have more meals out and go on holiday without losing all my results, or go to different sort of weekends away and things like that, or have treats with my family and things. I was able to do that. Or to be fair, I didn't have a family when I first started out, but I was able to go out and have meals out with my partner, or with my girlfriend at the time, now is my wife. So I'll be able to go out then and have meals with her. I was able to go out with my friends and have that more flexibility within my lifestyle, right? Then once you've done all that, you'll look at your body and you'll think, and this is what I did, I was like, I want to improve my chest or my shoulders or my arms or my legs or anything. You start to look at it. This is when we then take the step to the next part. So this is when we've truly reached the point where we just no longer exercise and sort of eat this way, like we exercise and diet, we train and we eat well. That's what we do, that's what's in us, and then we start to chase a body shape a little bit more, and we go more advanced programs, something like the specialized programs that we do at THQ. So this is what, and then once you get to that and you do that, you explore different training methods, training just becomes a whole different world for you, and it's something that you have to do for yourself as well. So to cut this short now, I want you to think that when you want to achieve an outcome, you have to knuckle down like it's an exam to really achieve the body transformation that you want, right? Because once you've done that, then you will always be motivated. You'll always take the gym seriously. Yes, you might go up and down a few pounds, but you won't have lots of weeks and weeks and weeks off the gym. You won't gain loads of weight and then go back to the gym and inside and outside. It's in the gym, have weeks off, and you won't do that, right? But this process, in my opinion, only ever works for weight training, because if we are and this isn't to sort of not any sort of cardio-based exercises. I believe that we have to have them in to keep our heart nice and healthy and generally, but I believe we need to be the average person needs some more flexibility. Now, weight training is going to use nutrients for energy, so that's the only thing that we're able to keep increasing our calories over a period of time while still training for the same amount of time, because we're going to be getting stronger and we're going to require more food to do that. So How do you maintain a result? Like I've mentioned, you have to have a few disciplines. So once you've been through all that process, once I went through all that process, you have to have a few disciplines. So my disciplines now are, I'm always able to get into size medium tops. If I can't get into a size medium tops, I took it too far. I should always be around about 33 waist, so 32 is probably a little bit too tight, 34 is a little bit baggy, so that's when I know that I'm probably about 33. I always need to see 12 on a scale. If I ever start to see 30 plus on a scale, I've took it too far and bring it back down. And then when I fancy a holiday or something like that and I just knuckle down for a small period of time to achieve a certain outcome to get the body transformation that I've wanted. And this is how I sort of lived it. This has completely transformed my life, and this is what I want to pass on to everybody. Training is more than just attending the gym, and it can be so much more to every area of life if you give 110%.